What's up YouTube? My name is Morgan Davis and I am the creator of the book series Prescribed Life. Today I'm in the lovely Washington DC and I'm filming a tutorial on how to organize free writing into an award-winning novel. Okay, so before I begin, for those of you who don't know, free writing is an unfiltered release of information that typically takes place during the initial process of getting the work together. However, it's really only intended in moderation prior to actually arranging your content. A great way to establish direction from the get-go is to download a template that's already set up like a book from the start. And this will really come in handy because it'll help you keep track of your word count, your page numbers, as well as when to separate paragraphs and chapters all in chronological order. Another plus side to using the templates is that they offer custom headers, footers, and margins immediately after you download them, so you don't even have to deal with that hassle, which is incredibly convenient. There's so many variables that apply to writing, so it's really no surprise that people have their preferences. And although a great amount of people are leaning toward the more popular word processing programs like Microsoft Word and OpenOffice, there are still people who claim to function and be able to concentrate and focus more by, the old-fashioned pen to paper. However, there are a couple downsides. It's funny because some people actually jokingly frown upon people who use word processing programs, claiming that it's not real writing because you're not using the pen to paper. And the way I see it is, if a jet can scribble love notes into the sky and the clouds at the beach, I don't see why a keyboard and a screen doesn't count as writing. It's just ridiculous. If you're still a die-hard manuscript fan, then you're going to want to make sure that you stay stocked up on supplies, especially if you're writing out in public. There's nothing worse than having a writing session cut short because you ran out of, ink or paper. And also just realize that these resources do create waste, so if possible, recycle, go green. Obviously, I'm a hipster kid. Last but certainly not least, if you're going to be jotting down print, just keep in mind that it's going to make it harder to keep track of word count and page numbers and even direction in regard to length. And saving the worst for last ultimately will result in a time-consuming transfer of chicken scratch to a screen. So I don't know if you'd be dreading that, but I would definitely be dreading that after that process. Well, that pretty much wraps up this writing tutorial on organizing free writing, and I hope that these tips were somewhat useful to all of you out there. And once again, my name is Morgan Davis. For more information on my own book series Prescribed Life, other tutorials, and more, you can check out my website www.prescribedlife.com. And thanks again for tuning in.